Kyosuke. Ready? Okay, let's start with a stretch. Arms straight out. You can count with me if you want. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. And other side. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Up above. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Keep going. Rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. And feet. BJ down. Ich, ni, san, chi, go. Other direction. Rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Other foot. I'm going to keep going up to 11. Ju ich, ju ni, ju san, ju shi, ju go. Ju rok, ju sich, ju hach, ju ku, ni ju. Everyone up. We're going to do the 8 movements, which are the body movements of the Joshi Goshinho. When you're stepping forward and back, try to keep your feet shoulder width apart. If you're turning, try to keep feet shoulder width apart. Good posture as you're moving. So follow along with me. Step forward, right foot and back, and to the right. Left foot and back to the left. 3 Sugiyashi and back. And the other foot and back. Tai Sabake, turning 90 degree. Keep looking forward. Major Tai Sabake. Keep looking forward. Keep feet shoulder width apart. Stepping forward left, then into a Jigo Tai. Block with the right arm. Step forward right, Jigo Tai. Block with the left arm. 180 degree Tai Sabake. And the other direction. Sinking down, bringing the arms up eye level. Sinking down, off to a diagonal. And then a knee strike. Good. Now we'll do the Seryoku Zenyo. This is all just a little bit of a warm-up. The Seryoku Zenyo Kokumen Teiku no Kata, which is the maximum efficient use of energy form. We'll be doing some strikes, and that's all we'll do for today. So we bow, we step forward. You will do right hand. I will be doing left, mirror image. Make a fist, hit diagonal, look that way. Side, elbow strike, forward and straight up in the air. Diagonal, side, elbow strike, forward, straight up in the air. Now we do the same thing with a step. Diagonal, side, back, forward, and on your toes with a stretch. Diagonal, side, back, forward, and up in the air. That's the beginning of that form. Okay. All right. Tokuiwaza, your favorite technique. As I said before, use what you have. If you want to do Tendoku Renshu, you can do that. Solo form. If you have a belt on something, this is just a judo belt. You can practice with that. If you have an inner tube, you can practice with that. This is, again, a martial arts Neil Adams uchikomi with a gi at the end of it. So you can be practicing your techniques with that. Or this from Judo Gear. And these are all on my video on uchikomi bands. Okay. If you have a mannequin, if you have a person. So I'm going to give you a minute. In that minute, practice your Tokuiwaza for form. So get ready. Hajime. And that's about 15 seconds. Think about how your hand is coming, where your leg is. It doesn't have to be fast right now. I'm doing good position, turning. Yeah, okay, I'm in the right position. You can move. That's about half a minute. You have a half a minute left. 15 seconds left. Good form. Good form. All right. Mate. Now I'm going to give you a half a minute to do your non-preferred side. If you were doing righty, do lefty now on whichever technique is your favorite technique. So go ahead. You've got a half a minute. Again, we're doing for precision. Nice, nice turn. Whatever your technique is for precision. That's 15 seconds. You have 15 more. Mate, ashiwaza. Each, knee, hips forward, sun, arms up, chi, go. Now, if your technique, I have both hands up and I'm pulling down. If you prefer pushing in and turning, you can do that. If you prefer pulling straight down, whatever you have learned and works for you, utilize that. If you want to do something I show, great. If you've learned something different, you want to utilize that as your technique, that's great. Let's do the other side for ashiwaza. Ich, ne, san, chi, go. Double step now. Ich, ne, san, chi. 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 Arms up, knee, sun, down. Knee, sun, down. Up, 2, 3, down. Up, 2, 3, down. Up, 2, 3, mate. Step back and sweep. Ich, ne, sun, other side. Ich, ne, sun, alternating. So you come back. Ich, ne, sun, sweep. 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 Ne, sun, sweep. Mate. Kick the butt. Kick the butt. One more time. Other side. Kick the butt. 2, 3. Kick the butt. Come through. Up and through. Up and through. Now remember, we're doing which throw? Sabami, Gaeshi, swallow flight counter. You don't have to come all the way up to kick the butt, but we're just coming to get the foot out of the way. As you do it, when you get quicker, it might be a smaller move. Up and through. Up and through. Now, hands up. Up and down. Up, down. Up, down. Other side. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. All right. Circular style. I step forward, step back, and sweep. So my partner is here. When I step forward, they start turning. They start turning, they get out of the way, and then I sweep them. So, ich, ne, sun. Ich, ne, sun. So you're bringing them around with this hand. Ich, ne, sun. Ich, ne, sun. To the other side. Ich, ne, sun. Ich, ne, sun. Ich, ne, sun. Mate. You have a minute for your Tokoiwaza. This time, speed. Put a little bit more into it. Moving around quickly, just uchikomis. You got an uchikomi band, do a bunch of uchikomi. So there's 5 seconds already. Get going. That's 30 seconds. You have a half a minute left. $15 seconds left. Mate, push-ups. Down on the ground from your knees or from your toes, but all the way down, all the way up. Keep the body straight. I'll give you 15 seconds to do as many push-ups as you can on your own that are good techniques. Don't do them quickly and do poor techniques. So that's 5. Up to about 10. And mate. Toe taps. Did you get me here? So I pull in my stomach, I flatten my back, I bring one leg up, I bring the other leg. And now it's touch, up, touch, up, touch, up. You got 15 seconds. If you have a different core exercise that you prefer to do, that's fine. That's 10 seconds. And that's 15. Shrimping. You bring off to the side. I showed this last week. I'll show it again. I am being held in Yoko Shogatame. I put hand on their shoulder, other hand on the hip. I push away from them. They come towards me. My bottom leg is underneath, and then I can do a leg entanglement. So I bring left foot up, I push towards my left, and I bring my bottom leg, my right knee in so I can sneak it in. So push and sneak it in for a leg entanglement. Go ahead and do a couple of shrimps. Ready and go. On your own, couple shrimps to that side. Then you go to the other side. So now the right foot is up. Push to the right side, bring your left knee up so you can sneak it through and get a leg entanglement. Push and sneak. So now alternate. Left, knee up, right, knee up, left, knee up. Do a couple of those on your own, alternating. Mate, bridge and roll. If you have a mannequin, you can bridge and roll. Mannequin's holding you. Keizugatame. You turn into it. You bridge it over. You turn and get your Keizugatame. If you don't have a mannequin, just practice the bridge and roll and go into your Keizu or whatever. So go ahead and do a few on your own. Mate. All right, I'm going to give you 2 minutes now. In these 2 minutes, your own uchikomi of anything you want. Doesn't have to be tokuiwaza, any technique you want. So I'm going to start it up right now. You got 2 minutes. So you can be doing movement. You can be doing Tayatoshin to Osotogari. If you've got a particular technique you want to put more time into, you can be doing that. Whatever technique you would like. Will this be better here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. And we have 16 people here. Frank, Joe, John. Excellent. That's a half a minute. You got another minute and a half. And that's 1 minute. You've got 1 more minute to go. As I say, you can be doing, if you have a particular technique you want more practice, if you want to do your Takui Waza, your favorite technique, you can do that. A particular technique you want more practice, you can do that. You can be moving around doing Kuriashirai into Seirinage, into Tayatoshi, into Harayagoshi, into Uchimata. Be careful if you decide to do Uranage, your floor might be hard. Whatever technique you want. That's 1.5 minutes. You have 30 seconds left. $15. Mate. All right, let's bring it in. And I'm going to go over some terms and general information. I'll recap what we did last week very quickly, and then when I get to new terms, I'll give you a half a second to see if you know what it is, and then I'll say it. So last week, we went over founder of judo, of course, Jigoro Kano, the year 1882, and the school was the Kodokan. 2 jujitsu styles that were predominant that he worked on were Kitoru and Tenshin Shinryu. As Chris Vizeros had mentioned to me, there were many other jujitsu styles that it appears he also studied, but those were 2 of the big ones. And one of his instructors was Fukuda Sensei. Couple new terms, maybe for the maybe beginners. Uchikomi. So uchikomi is, that's your practice with a partner. You're fitting in, practicing with a partner. And you know, uchikomi can be seen as a type of kata. Huh? Kata is prearranged form. Being a good uke and being in the proper position so your partner can come in. If you want to do combinations, uchikomi, you do something, I react, and then you do something else. That is prearranged. That is a small kata. So kata is prearranged form, and an uchikomi might be a type of prearranged form. Now, I throw, you throw. That is Stegeko, S-U-T-E, Stegeko. I throw, you throw. So that's a different type of practice. And then free practice, of course, is Randori. Yeah. Okay. Mate with the hand signal. Hajime begin. Sonomama. Yeah, don't move. Freeze. To continue after Sonomama is Yosh. Excellent. Okay, now, recap on some more advanced terms. Do you remember from last week? Warm-up exercises. Junbi Ando. Junbi Ando, warm-up. Cool-down exercises. Shumatsu Ando. Now, these might be a little more advanced. Beginners, you might, don't even worry about them. Okay. Blue. Ow. A-O. Ow. Blue. Yes. Parts of a gi. The gi coat is called a uagi. Uagi. The belt. Obi. The pants. Zubon. Z-U-B-O-N. Zubon. Flip-flops. Zori. Z-O-R-I. The sleeve. Sode, huh? We might have sode surkamagosh. Sleeve, lift, pull, hip. Sode. The lapel. Eri. Okuri eri jime. Sliding lapel choke. Eri. Okay. The 5 sets of throws that many of us grew up with is called the Gokyo no Waza. Gokyo no Waza was created in 1895. So judo started 1882. It was created in 1895, okay? It had 42 techniques in it. There were 5 sets, but there were 42 techniques, not 40. And one set had 11, another set had, I don't know, 5 or 6 or what have you. In 1920, they took out 8, put in 6, which made 40 instead of 42, and made them 5 sets of 8. What is the ones that were taken out and put back in called? Habukareta waza. Habukareta waza. The preserved techniques, or the taken out techniques, deleted. And in 1997, 2 more were added, which made up to 67, with the Shimni show being put in 1982. Okay, good. Last week, I asked about a throw, stone drop. And Joel, you found it in the Canon of Judo, huh? Yes. And it is called, anyone remember? Joel?
Ganseki Otoshi.
Ganseki Otoshi, huh? Ganseki Otoshi. So I'm going to go over. Now, Keith, you asked me, is this legal? And I said, yes, it is a legal throw, though you wouldn't see it very much. And my answer still is the throw is legal, but now the setup that it comes from is actually illegal. Huh, son of a gun. So I'm going to go over it right now, PJ. On Ganseki Otoshi, the start is I would be doing a Gyaku Jujijimi. Nami Jujijimi, palms down. Gyaku Jujijimi, palms up. Kata Jujijimi, 1 in, palm up, 1 palm down. So this is Gyaku. So I'm starting a Gyaku Jujijimi. Now, as an escape, let's move over a little bit. As an escape, what PJ could do is push down on this arm and push up on this one. So now I want me to do it again. I want to bring her down like this and pull her in for the choke. So she pushes down with this one and up on this one to stop me. So let's turn here. So when she does that, I simply come around. Now you can let go for a minute. So with her letting go, you see that I've unwound my arm and then I just pull her straight over me. If I do it all the way on my knees, that is fine. If I can just get squatting, that is fine. She blocks me, I come around, and then I just pull her straight over me. Ganseki Otoshi, stone drop. A variation is when she does that, I just do it right here, like a Marote Seirinage, and take her over. She blocks me, pushes up and down. I don't duck my head under. So I can duck my head under, or I don't have to. Thank you. That is Ganseki Otoshi. It's an old jiu-jitsu technique. You won't see that in too many randori sessions. I'll give you about a half a minute to try to figure it out now. If you have no mannequin or no one with you, you could still take your judo gi, do a cross choke on it, and then unwind, or unwind into the Marote Seiru position. You still could do it and get some practice on it. So I'll give you about a half a minute to play around on Ganseki Otoshi. Stone drop, Ganseki Otoshi. Okay, Mate, so I gave you 45 seconds. You have now 1 minute. Your choice, move around, Tayotosh, Uchimata, Osoto, Sasai, whatever you want. You got a minute to move around, then we'll go on some other techniques. Okay, PJ, we're gonna go through the throws again that I did last week. So I just want to quickly show them.
Okay.
So you might want to take your shoes off. I'll take mine off. Okay. That's 20 seconds. You got 40 more. Aim it. So right about here. Okay. That's 40. You got 20 seconds more. Ten seconds. Mate. Last week, we went over on the Gokyo no Waza. The first set is called the Dai Ikkyo, D-A-I, Dai Ikkyo, the first set. The first four techniques are Deashirai, Hizaguruma, Sasai Surukamiyashi, and then Uki Gosh. So, Deashirai, I sweep the forward leg. So I catch and I sweep the forward leg. Deashirai, Hizaguruma, knee wheel. Sasai, ankle prop. Uki Gosh, floating hip. Okay, thank you. So, ready? Deashirai. That's good. Catch that forward foot. Deashirai. Do a couple Deashirais. Deashirai. Good. Hizaguruma. Up at the knee, pulling. Do a couple of Hizaguruma. Sasai Surikomiyashi. Sasai, lower. Sasai, propping. Surikomi, lift, pull. Sasai Surikomiyashi. Uki Gosh, floating hip. The partial hip. Not all the way in. That's Ogosh. Partial hip. Okay, PJ. Okay, now. Deashirai, Hizaguruma, Sasai Surikomiyashi, Uki Gosh. Osotogari. Many people like to step wide and pull. That's okay. Some people like to push down. Key point, don't let this arm straighten out, this arm. If I'm way out and I let it straighten out, I've lost power. When I let it get behind me, keep it tight. Now, Joel and I were just at a clinic with Sensei Jim Bregman, and he said something interesting. He said a lot of people like to do the Osoto. Let's move back so they can see. So that they're stepping out and the foot's out. He says that he does his Osoto with the foot pointing in, because he likes to drive the person this direction, Osoto. Then he could come in with a Nidan Kosotogake. Huh. Many people do things many different ways. So he comes in pointing in, driving into him, and then he can go down for a Nidan Kosotogake. Interesting. So, Osotogari, your choice, however you want. You want to try Sensei Bregman's turning in for Osoto, driving, and then maybe ready for the Nidan Kosotogake. You want to do your out pull. So go ahead and do a few Osotogari on your own, whatever you would like. Oh gosh. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mate. Deashirai, Hizaguruma, Sasai Surikomiyashi, Uki Gosh, Osotogari, Oh gosh. Uki Gosh, partial hip. Oh gosh, much more hip, and she is coming head over heels, as opposed to here, a little bit of hip, and whipped around a little bit more. So ogosh all the way around. Turn. If I grab the belt, I'm getting into a surigosh, a lifting hip. When I grab the belt or the gi, I start lifting. So this is just hugging wide, hip all the way around, taking her over. Go ahead. Ogosh. Do a few of those, please. I'm going to do one other set of techniques. This is Sukui Nage, the scooping that I did last week. Okay. Okay, mate. So last week I went over Sukui Nage. Scooping throw. Let's move back a little bit. So I'm stepping around, holding legs, and scooping. Now, illegal technique in competition. If I grab the legs, I continue to say judo is bigger than just competition. I feel these are wonderful techniques. In my dojo, if you want to practice and, hey, sensei, I use leg technique. Okay, sure. Then you can do your Sukui Nages and your katagurumas and your kochi makikomis and all things that might grab legs. You might find a tournament that is allowing leg grabs, a more traditional judo rule. There are some of those happening. Don't use this in regular IJF, International Judo Federation rule competition. So, Sukui Nage, I showed that, and then I also showed, Ippon Serenage into Sukui Nage on the other side. All right, so you have Sukui on this side, or you have Ippon, overshoot your Ippon and come in for Sukui on that side. So go ahead and do those two for a minute, and then I'll show one other variation. All right, so now mate. A variation on the Sukui. I come in for Ippon Serenage. But as I'm coming in for Ippon Serenage, I just come right behind. I'm holding here, I've got the arm across. And then I just turn. If I just turn like that, I have a Sukui Nage, and it's a legal Sukui Nage. They probably won't go down on their back. So what often is done is when you come here and here, put the leg and go down with them. Now, what throw does that become?
Tanya Tosh.
Hey, Tanya Tosh, valley drop, huh? Yes, Tanya Tosh. However, does anyone know, and if you have the ability and can take it off of your, do you know what other term we might call for that technique? Anyone have a name for it? The name I've known it by is wakiotosh, armpit drop. My armpit coming in. So I've heard that called wakiotosh. Nice combination and a legal move, and that has strong potential for scoring. Ippon Serenage. Ippon Serenage. Oh, nice and tight. They're pulled in. They think they're going forward. They're pulling back a little bit. I put this leg back and I go right down on top of them. Tanya Tosh. Ah, illegal. Keep this up. If I put down here and I touch below the leg, now I have an illegal technique. I need to either keep this tight and just keep it there. That's probably better. Show the referee there's no chance I was touching anything else but above the belt. Hold it tight and just go right down with them. All right. So think about that and play with that for a minute. Ippon Serenage coming around. Sukui. Ippon Serenage. coming around Tanya Tosh, also possibly called Wakia Tosh. However, in the Kodokan terminology, there ain't no such thing as Wakia Tosh. So, Tanya Tosh. That's it. I'm going to be doing stuff on the ground next. Anything on chats here? Ah, good. All right. Ukemi, on your backs. If you don't have a mat, you can't slap hard, just get into position. Ich, ni, san. Yeah. Squatting. Ich, nice and easy. Don't hurt your back. Ni, san. From kneeling, roll easy, side, and get into proper position. You're kneeling, bring your feet over to the side. See how both feet are over to the side. Sit on your butt, roll to the side, and then let your feet, notice how my feet come in to position, heel, heel. If you want to go to the other side, you turn the other side, sit, do it controlled. Don't fall back hard. Do not hurt your back. If you're hurting yourself, don't do it. Stop. So do a couple of those. Okay, last week we went over 5 hold downs. Kuzuri Keizugatami with the arm under the armpit. Then we bring the arm around the head, up, Katagatami. Then we get above, Kami-shiogatami. And we get to the side again, Yoko-shiogatami. And then we get above, over the arm, behind, grabbing the back of the collar and grabbing the belt, Kuzuri Keizugatami. If you're not sure of those, just pick one. If you're beginning and you haven't seen them all, if you know all of them, those are the 5 techniques in the Katami no Kata Osakomi Waza, the set of hold downs of the Katami no Kata, which is the forms of grappling. So, Kuzuri Keizugatami. Katagatami. Kami-shiogatami. Yoko-shiogatami. Kuzuri Kami-shiogatami. Come under the armpit, grabbing the collar, come over the other arm. Okay. So go ahead and do that again. If you can't remember all of them, just pick one of them. If you can remember them all, do the whole sequence on your own. All right. Last week, and just now I recapped it, we went over. This is Nami Jujijimi. Gyakyu Jujijimi. Kata Jujijimi. Fingers in, Gyakyu Jujijimi. thumb in, nami jujijimi. Thumb in, fingers in, kata jujijimi. Go ahead and do those a couple times. Again, you can just make believe if tendoku, if you have a gi coat, you can practice it. If you have a mannequin, you can be practicing it on it. Okay, now, an application. I have uke on their stomach. I put thumb in to their gi coat, push, and I feed, and then I go underneath their arm, feed one to the other. So I now have underneath the arm, and I've got the far lapel. Some people call this far lapel inside. This is the far lapel, this is the near, and I'm inside. I'm not outside. I'm underneath the armpit. So I feed that. Then I switch, so fingers are in. And then I come, I pull in, and I push in, and I have a choke. Which choke do I have? I have fingers in here, I have fingers in there. Fingers in is gyaku jujijimi. I could also just grab the back of the coat and not put fingers in. This is as if I've got thumb in, but I'm just grabbing the back of the coat. Then I don't have to get my fingers in. And this is more a fingers in, thumb in. This is more a kata jujijimi. So there's two options to do this. If you already know this, you may also know the other thing that you can do is when you have them here, lift them up, sit back and slide, get your leg on top, leg underneath, hold them, and get the choke. So I'll show it one more time. Feed, go under the armpit. And if you have nothing else, do it on your gi coat. I've got my gi coat. Put my gi coat down. Come under my armpit. Get the far lapel. Then come across. There's the choke. There's the choke. I lift them up. I slide under. Come on top. There's the choke. It makes more sense if you have more of a bulk of mannequin, but you can do that. So, nami juji, gyaku juji, kata juji, and then a far lapel inside when your partner's face down into a choke, or laying down, put your leg over and get the choke. Go ahead and practice those for a minute. That's it, Joel. Get that left hand underneath the armpit. Yes. A little bit more. All right. I'm going to give you 2 minutes for mat work practice. Mat work uchikomi. You have any particular move that you want to work on, you can do that. You want to work on your hold downs, you want to work on keizugatame, kamishugatame, yushiro keizugatame, uragatame, makura keizugatame, any of those. And as I go through things, if I say something, you're saying, what the heck is that? Ask me to show next week, and that could be something I can put into the equation. You want to work your chokes. You've got other chokes that you're working. Sankaku jime, jikoku jime. You're working other type stuff. So right now, I'm giving you 2 minutes to do that. So it's now at least 5-10 seconds already into it. So you can be practicing transitioning, going from keizugatame to yokoshigatame to kamishigatame. If you've got a partner there, you can be doing a little mat work if you have mat area and what have you. You can be thinking of what type of arm lock. If you've got a mannequin, you can do shujigatame, uregarame. So that's half a minute already. You can do your uregarames, coiled arm locks. You can do your, so you can even do mat work with your mannequin. You can have your mannequin hold you with a keizugatame, bridge and roll them, hold them. Oh, they're trying to get out. Oh, they bridge and rolled you, son of a gun. Go over them, they're holding you, you bridge and roll them again. There's all sorts of things you can inventively do. You got about 10 more seconds. No, you got 2 minutes, I'm sorry. So you got 1 more minute. Half a minute more. Half a minute more to do your mat work. Ten more seconds. Mate. All right. Last week I went over some penalties and hand signals for them. As a competitor, it's nice to know what the signals are. If you are interested in refereeing, it's good to know that. So the hand signal for non-combativity, go ahead and do it, please. Fingers are, yes, not like this, there. And then you give shido. If I'm giving to blue, ao, I'm giving to my left because they're on that side of me. False attack. Arm straight out and then down. False attack, straight out, then down. All right, shido. Leg grab. Yes, you're hooking with the arm. You're there. Hooking the leg, shido. All right. Now, an interpretation. I'm going to unmute everybody. So everyone is now unmuted. Sonomama is what?
Freeze.
Freeze, not move.
Good. When, as a referee, would you use sonomama? Someone's on the bottom of the hold and they do a penalty. You don't want to stop mate and have them stand back up and the person who had the hold down loses their advantage. So sonomama, they had hands in the face, you tell them get hands out of the face, shido, and then the command to continue is?
Yosh.
Can you use sonomama in tachiai, in standing? How many say yes? Sonomama and tachiai. And the answer by the rules, it's written right in the rules, sonomama is only in newaza. You do not use it in tachiwaza. Now, ducking under. I have a grip. My partner ducks under my arm. I've just unmuted everybody again.
Illegal.
What happened? What's that, Cameron? Did you say something? What's up?
It's illegal to do that because I did it once and I got a penalty for it.
You have to
Okay.
attack immediately after, though.
So
It's legal.
Cameron says illegal, but what's that you said, Matt? Say that again.
You have to attack immediately after in
Ah,
order to make it legal.
there you go. So is it illegal ducking under? No. If you attack immediately. But if you duck under and do not attack immediately, then it's a shido. Now, immediately, within a second or two, you don't have 5-10 seconds. So if you duck your head under and stay there, either do one of two things. Get your head back out immediately, or go for an attack immediately if you do not attack. So Cameron, it is legal,
All right.
but you got to attack. All right? It's not the ducking that's illegal. It's staying there that's illegal without doing anything. Good. So that's a good clarification of that rule. What do we have? We have 2 more minutes to the end of the workout. So here's what we're going to do. 2 minutes of moving. Uchikomis, standing, mat work, whatever you want. You got a mannequin. You've got uchikomi bands. I'm giving you 2 minutes from right now. You can do your takui waza. You can do any techniques, but 2 minutes of good, solid moving. Go. That's a half a minute. You get another minute and a half. That's a minute and a half. You got a half a minute left. Fifteen seconds. Mate. All right.